Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back for another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I sure am. Let's get into our video because I know you guys are here for this tea. All right. Thank you guys for spending your day with me. I hope that you guys had a chance to check out my prior video so that you guys can go on by there, honey, and hit the like button because we have some tea. All right. Yes, everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay, let's get into our show. All right, let's get into the show. Thank y'all for joining. All right, first topic, honey. As you guys may know, we got to spin the block on this topic because shout out to High Perspective Art as well. So Dylan from the show Making the Band rather, he of course was arrested, as I told you guys a few videos back. He was arrested for attacking a female on April the 3rd and from angulation on a woman. All right. He has his mugshot out there that, of course, went viral very, very quickly. People were like, oh my God, I remember him from the show Making the Band. But Dylan Dillinger, he was arrested. And he has been released from jail after a choking incident. Okay. So let's get into it. He is speaking out on said incident. Okay. So let's let you guys see what he had to say, girl, because he bonded out. So he, of course, will have to make an appearance in court because that's a very, very serious offense. All right. Child, should nobody out here be on the string, choking folk out and whatnot. It's never that serious, child. That's that's some next level shit right there. But let's get into it. Let's go.
First, I want to say shout out to everybody who shares the same hue as me. I want to say shout out to everybody who shares the same principles as me in life. You understand? All right. Well, tonight is all about musical slappings and whoppings and clappings. All right. It's all about for us, by us, FUBU Radio. Look, the FUBU Radio app is free. Also, you can go to FUBURadio.com. Or you can go to the iHeart site or the iHeart app and type in FUBU Radio. Or you can simply say, Alexa, play FUBU Radio on iHeart Radio.
Yeah, bitch, I'm the king. Yeah, bitch, I'm the king. All right, so without the music. Okay. Right, here we go.
First, I want to say shout out to everybody who shares the same hue as me.
So see that?
I want to say shout out to everybody who shares.
Y'all remember him from Making the Band. So he is out. Let's get back into what it says here. It says that Dylan is a free man. He's been released from jail. Dylan Dillinger from Making the Band, whose real name is John Dylan, was arrested in North Carolina on Thursday, April the 3rd, and charged with assault by angulation. It says that his mugshot quickly went viral after appearing online. So as of now, no further details have been put out about the incident. So we're going to have to wait to see when he's going to court for this incident and what he's going to be charged for and if he's going to get some jail time behind it. I would think he would because that is a definite crime. It's like attempted something, attempted unaliving. Maybe if you are choking someone, you have the intentions of unaliving said person. So you can't be out here putting your hands around somebody's neck and squeezing real hard to try to unalive them and think that charges will not be pressed. All right, it's never that serious. Get some therapy, sir, and find out why you have that much aggression and or anger to where you're trying to be taking people out, because it's never ever that damn serious. Okay. People are so high strung nowadays until child, you got to be like, damn, really? So let's get on with the next topic. Okay. Y'all pardon me. I've got all these damn papers. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I need that. Okay. So next topic. All right. So shout out to Dylan, honey, and good luck with your legal issue. All right. So for those of you that like to eat Chinese food, we got to make some awareness. You guys know I always try to make you guys aware when I see things. I like to share it with you guys so that you will be also in the know. So a very interesting thing was seen here with said individual who decided to air out a Chinese restaurant, child. And these people are back here. Well, you guys can see it for yourself. Okay. Shout out to Black Media Page and check it out. It says a Chinese restaurant is exposed for disgusting cooking practices. For those of you to be going to these Chinese buffets, yeah, you might want to not do that. So yeah, if you're at a Chinese buffet, keep in mind you might be eating some food that was cut up on the ground. Let's go.
Me personally, I just feel like they should be shut down. It's the photograph everyone is talking about, including this eyewitness who works nearby and did not want to be identified.
If you felt like it was okay to do that, then you shouldn't run a restaurant.
The picture shows a restaurant employee cutting meat on the ground by the back door of the New China on New Hope Road in Lawrenceville.
I don't know why he do that. We confused too. You see, my door is always closed. And when that day he off day, I don't know why he come in my store.
Management said the employee was preparing meat for his own consumption and has since been fired. But according to the eyewitness, there are other issues.
I saw them actually take food, expired food, that's coming from the restaurant next to them and take it inside of their restaurant.
Our camera even spotted employees preparing food in the kitchen without gloves, another violation.
I was kind of stunned that someone would think that's acceptable.
Joseph Sternberg is the director of environmental health in Gwinnett County. He said restaurant employees in Georgia are not required to have a food handler license like they are in other states. It's a policy he'd like to see implemented here in Georgia.
It would address some cultural issues, so people would at least understand what the bare minimum requirements are to work in a restaurant. What is considered acceptable food handling practices? What isn't?
I feel like something should be done about it, because it makes you think. I mean, I eat out a lot. So, I mean, I think just with this going on, I think I'm a second guess.
Y'all see that? Let's pause it, y'all. I think that this man was cutting meat for his own consumption on the ground? Fuck no. I don't think he was gonna eat that shit at all. I think that he didn't give a hot boiling down. I think that's where he prepares the food, okay, behind the restaurant. Because most people, how many people go behind the restaurant when they're going in a restaurant? How many people just say, oh, let me just walk to the back of the restaurant and see what's going on back there? Yeah, no, they don't. Okay. I've seen videos where rats were being cut up and cooked as well. And you go in there and you're thinking you're getting some chicken fried something and it's rats. Okay. I've seen that. And not to gross anybody out. But y'all know in other countries, they do eat like dogs and stuff like that as well. So you have to definitely be careful when you are eating out at certain places and look at food handling grades and stuff like that. I look at all of that. When I go somewhere, I told you guys, especially if I've never been there before, I definitely do my homework in terms of looking at reviews and see what the people are having to say. Notice some places you go when you eat, notice shortly thereafter you have a tummy ache. This could be why. The ground, think about how many germs that's on the ground alone. Dogs and cats and stuff urinating and defecating on the ground, or people walking on the ground, spitting on the ground. And the meat that you are eating is being prepared and or cut up and prepped on the ground. All right, people not using gloves. That's another red flag. If you're handling food, especially meat, you should be wearing gloves. I don't like to eat places where I see people handling things without gloves. All right. So we want to educate you guys on that, because I know a lot of people eat Chinese food. I don't. If I eat it, which has not been a very, very long time, I always get shrimp. All right, but now it's kind of making me second guess. What the hell is going on with the shrimp? I always get shrimp and broccoli. That's my shit. Or shrimp and shrimp lo mein. I don't get beef because the shit look like dog meat or something like that. And I definitely don't get chicken after I saw the video of some rats being cut up. And if they season it right, shit, it can taste just like chicken. Y'all know they say, hell, if you eat crocodile, if you eat gator meat, that shit, if they season it right, it can taste like chicken. I know I went to this seafood restaurant and they had as an appetizer gator bites, and I was like, fuck no. When I think about an alligator, I think about gators eat any fucking thing, dogs, cats, whatever. If it come up on the side of the bank, they eat that shit. So what I look like over here, let me get the gator bites. Hell no, I'm not eating no damn gator. I'm not eating no gator. And I was with a group of people and they ordered it as an appetizer and they tried to get me to eat it with some remoulade sauce. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not eating that. It's other shit that I can eat, like shrimp cocktail and all this other stuff. I'm a seafoody type of girl. I don't want no wild. I don't even eat deer meat. I don't know. I'm not a wild gamey eating type of person. I'm a basic eater like that. I can go anywhere and give me seafood. I'm happy. But I don't even eat beef anyway. So I don't even know why a person would, and chicken, I love chicken, but I know what chicken tastes like. And like I said, most of these dishes they can prepare to taste like chicken. It could be some cut up dog or some shit like that. And if they put enough soy sauce and any other kind of sauce that they have, shit, you will never know. But to see some shit like this where somebody's cutting up some meat on the ground, it's a hell no for me. All right. So I'm probably not going to be up and fooling with that type of stuff for a very, very long time. I mean, it's so crazy because I do like shrimp and shrimp lo mein, but shit, I can make it at home. All you need is the ingredients. All you need is the ingredients. The same shit they make. You can buy the noodles if you have a what is it called? A market near you, a international market. You can go in there and get the same pasta and or noodles that they have, and the same if you go there on the aisle where you have like Chinese food, you can get all the spices and things that you need to make your own shit at home. Okay, you really can, and live to eat another day. But when you see shit like this, you have to be very, very wary. So shout out for this man who works probably, I think he said, in the same strip mall, for him seeing this and reporting it, because there's no telling how long this has been going on. And for people who choose to go to this restaurant or any other Chinese restaurant, and not to put any Chinese restaurants down, but things like this do happen. Okay. You have people who are cooking that don't wash their hands, come right out of the bathroom, go right into the kitchen and cook. And you wonder why you're feeling sick. You wonder why your stomach is running off. That's why. Okay. So definitely be careful and be very selective in terms of where you eat and what you eat. Okay. Do your homework on places. If you've never eaten somewhere before, go online and Google that place and look at the reviews. Most of the times people will not lie on their experiences with food whenever they're eating someplace. Okay. Or they patronize a business. So be very mindful of that. Let's move on. Kenya Moore is in the news. Her fan base, they're asking that the ban for Kenya being on Real Housewives of Atlanta be lifted. They're saying that they don't feel like it's fair that Britt Eady can be on national television. And speaking of having whips and pow-pows, and made a little threat towards Kenya Moore, whereas Kenya did revenge pee on Britt Eady, and she was pretty much suspended from the show. So Kenya's fan base is asking, hey, did she come back? As you guys can see, let me go ahead and share. Y'all been hearing this for the last couple of days now, ever since the episode aired. Where people are not happy. People are not happy about Britt Eady still being on the show, and Kenya Moore, who is an OG on the show, taking off the show. Nice contacts though, Kenya. Okay, cute contacts. All right. So as you guys can see on the screen, Kenya has posted 14 hours ago #justice for Kenya with the duct tape over her mouth. But Kenya, you got to understand, baby, sometimes you need some duct tape over your damn mouth so you can shut the hell up and not get yourself in situations. Nobody told you to post big old poster boards of this girl in very compromising positions. That is called revenge pee. Production and Bravo and the powers that be decided to take action on that. And they're probably going to, if they haven't already, have some type of, I don't know, slap on the hand maybe for Britt Eady for saying what she said as well. Okay. But then I saw a video where someone posted Kenya out here pretty much saying that she also has a pow-pow for whatever reason. Now, it's nothing wrong with a person owning a pow-pow. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people have them for different reasons. A lot of people like to go to the range for sport and pow-pow there for sport. And then you have a lot of people who have them for protection. So as long as you have it under legal circumstances, I see nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, you cannot put out videos and or pictures of other people in compromising positions, because you have to be responsible and take accountability for that. And Britt Eady maybe should take accountability for the threats that were made towards Kenya. So I'm pretty sure that Bravo will do whatever they need to do, especially with Kenya Moore's fan base speaking out and asking for some type of, hey, lift this ban from Kenya. She should come back. If Britt Eady can say what she says, then why keep Kenya off the show as well? So her people are speaking up. Let's get into what Bravo Andy had to say, because he had on his show, all right, where he had Cynthia Bailey on his show as well. Okay, let's get into it.
Of both incidents, and then the decision to stop shooting with Kenya.
Shocked. I think most of the cast was shocked. We were totally shocked. We didn't know, what, if anything, was going to happen, to be honest. And, it wasn't easy.
Drink this whole time. I'm telling you.
But it was also sad because we didn't want to lose Kenya off the season. We didn't, because she's a big player on the show.
I didn't want to lose Kenya either.
All those good, confessionals and stuff, all those shady, funny things. And it's like, for us, it's like I keep saying, I felt like, you guys, the network, you guys did such a good job had such a great vision for season 16, putting this specific cast together. And it's just so unfortunate that the fans didn't get to see it play out with the cast, including Kenya.
Yeah. What was your reaction to Bravo's investigation?
So, as you guys can see, this is Andy's show, Watch What Happens Live. He has Cynthia Bailey on there, and she's speaking about Bravo ending filming with Kenya Moore after the incident with Britt Eady, okay? A lot of people are upset that Kenya is no longer on the show, but you definitely have to take responsibility for your actions, Kenya. You should have never done that. You should have known better in terms of doing that. How you let a person get you that mad and take you out of yourself to where you post some revenge pee on someone and then act crazy and look crazy whenever they take you off the show. That was Bravo's decision to do so. And you have to pretty much fall under those ramifications and take accountability for your actions. Okay, this is what happened.
Then they kept sending me information. That's some nasty work.
Pictures, these huge billboards that she made of Britt Eady in compromising positions. You can't do that.
Ain't nobody trying to see this girl second away. That is just
So it was a picture allegedly of Britt Eady giving someone some type of oral transaction, and Kenya put that on a big poster board and showed it at her opening of her shop, okay, her hair shop down there. So her beauty supply shop or whatever it is that she has there. So yeah, that's something that you cannot do, Kenya, because you would not like that if someone had pictures or videos of you and your ex-husband Mark and they put that on some billboards. You would be trying to sue. So why is it any different for Britt Eady? And I'm seeing things. I'm seeing this on both sides. I know a lot of people say, "Well, what about what Britt said?" I'm addressing both. It's never okay for someone to make threatening comments against you, but then it's also not okay for you to be putting out revenge pee on somebody.
Crazy. Where did Kenya get this from? And why are we seeing it? And why is it blown up? You can say, oh, I've seen pictures of you. I got receipts. But to show it, I could not believe my eyes. Kenya.
Now you see the cast, everybody on the cast, there were certain people on the cast, they're expressing how they feel about what Kenya did. They're saying, hey, it was wrong. I can't believe she did it.
No, it ain't too far. She drank with me the gun. Don't tell me it's too far.
I am mortified. Come on now. This is too much. I did not want to stand there and see.
People are disgusted. People are leaving. People are saying, hey, I can't believe she did this. Where did she get these pictures from? Kenya is saying, hey, you don't get to threaten me with a pow pow and I don't respond. So the way that Kenya chose to respond was definitely out of range, because now you've gotten yourself suspended from a show that you say that you use to pay your bills and everything else. And we all know you need to be on the show, my girl, because you do have them back taxes on your home over there. All right, not to be putting people's business out there, but to put it out there. Fair use. All right, let's continue.
Seemed like I was in agreement of anything.
Then they kept sending me information.
All right, so let's continue. As you guys can see, Kenya has said that you have been my bestie for the last 12 years, and I love and appreciate you so much. Last year, you cried with me when all of my hard work from the salon was cut by production and none of it was shown. So as you guys can see, after Kenya did this, production chose to wrap up and not show Kenya at her new salon, which of course that cut your promotion as well. I would not have done that, because what better way to promote your show as for Bravo to film it on their show, which gave you a platform to say, hey, I got a new business open. Everybody's going to watch it. You know how many people watch Real Housewives of Atlanta? I think the last viewership was 600 and something thousand. So 600,000 something people was watching the show and saw the promotion of your boutique, your whatever you want to call it, okay? And now you've been cut from the show. So girl, you could have used this as a stepping stone, as a platform in order to promote your business. And now that you've been suspended, that's your fault, because you did something you shouldn't have done. Kenya goes on to say that I want to thank all of my friends who showed up for me and who support me on a regular basis, who love me down. She said that my glam team never gets it wrong. She lists her glam team. She says at Miss Lawrence, y'all know who Miss Lawrence is. He used to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. Thank you for gracing us all with your presence. You are a star. I hope to turn our segment into a TV show, God willing. She also goes on to say special thanks to my event planner, Events by Monet, who always shows or who always throws the most stunning events. Thank you to the gorgeous models who helped make Kenya Moore hair care so iconic. She says to the cast of hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, I wish you all an incredible season. To my friends and family, thank you for loving me, flaws and all. Girl, you got some flaws too. Says that thank you to all of the stunning women who have patronized at Kenya Moore Hair Spa. She says, I love making you look beautiful. Love and blessings to you all. Okay, so that was a message that Kenya made following her episode on Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, which is this season. Okay. So as you guys know, Kenya did also talk about a little bit back, because I talked about it on my show, where her hair care spa was not doing so well because she said she had people, after she got suspended, people were calling up to her hair care spa and was saying, hey, I want to have an appointment. And then when it's time for that person to come in for their appointment, there was a no-show. So she said she lost money in doing so because she had people there to give the services that the person called in and said that they needed. So now she was saying that in order to make an appointment, you have to pay a certain fee in order to make an appointment. But she's talked about how she's lost a lot of business, how business have been very slow for her hair care spa, and how it wasn't doing that well since she's been off the show. So I don't know if that was her way of saying, hey, get me back on the show so that my business can thrive. I'm not sure. But for every action is a reaction, Kenya. You have to be able to take full accountability for what you've done. All right. Yes, Britt Eady definitely needs a slap on the hand, but you have to understand that Bravo made a choice to suspend you for doing what you did. It was wrong. Take accountability. All right. So it says Kenya Moore with the Justice for Kenya repost following the airing of her final episode. All right. So that was her final episode. They're saying at her hair care spa here on the episode that we just showed, where she was showing the big poster boards of Britt Eady, which was considered Revenge P. Okay. So you got to blame yourself for that one, sis. All right. Let's continue. All right, last topic. We're going to get into, of course, the Married to Medicine shenanigans, where King, which is Quad's boyfriend, and Dr. G kind of face off at the reunion in terms of why there was a police report filed on King for his aggression towards Dr. G. Let's get into what was said on that. If I have to edit it out, then so be it. But for now, we're going to watch it because this is hot news that I know you can use. All right, let's get into it. It says that Dr. G and King talk about their fallout on the show. King got a smart ass mouth. I'm noticing he was talking, bitch. Why are you talking over him at the end of the day? Okay, the way this works is a conversation is two people talking. When he finished talking, then you talk. Why do you feel like what you got to say is more important than what he has to say? It's given aggressive behavior. You are aggressive in your tone as well as in your actions. Let's Curtis, I need you to shut your ass up, because once you just out here cheating not too long ago on Dr. Jackie, we still have not forgiven you for that. And you're known as the person who likes to put your hands on the women on the show. We've seen you pull Toya down in your lap. We've seen you with your arm around Heavenly. Like, shut your touchy-feely ass up, okay? We really don't want to hear from you. Like, shut up and sit down and be quiet like you always do every single. Not up to you, King. Quad said a bunch of shit she shouldn't have said, and that's the problem. I get it, you're her boyfriend. I get it, you have this protective thing in terms of being her man. I think Quad is fully capable of speaking for herself. Yes, they're not on the stage as of right now, but at the end of the day, I feel like Quad can have an adult conversation with her ex-husband, which is Dr. G, if there were some words that he felt were disrespectful, and I feel like she can speak to him, and if there's an apology that's needed, I don't think it has shit to do with you, to be honest with you, because I feel like you are trying to be overly aggressive, and I think you're trying to make your mark on this show in order to land a spot on this show, a permanent spot in terms of trying to push off Dr. G and Sweet Tea, which I feel like they fully belong on the show because he is Married to Medicine and you're not. Quad, I don't think you should be on the show. I'm sorry. I know I have some Quad fans in my chat, but I do not feel that Quad has a place on this show anymore. You were Married to Medicine. You don't really have a storyline. Your storyline was Dr. G and Sweet Tea this season. Okay? Prior to Dr. G and Sweet Tea coming back on the show, you had nothing to talk about. And I said it before. You talked about your nephew, you being an auntie. We didn't care. You talked about your mother moving into the house with you. We didn't care. You didn't have shit to talk about until you ran out here and got this criminal on my screen right now. And now it was understood that Sweet Tea would be brought on the show with the idea of you and King coming on here and being their storyline. So now that you're on the show and you have nothing to talk about but Dr. G and Sweet Tea, and they're trying to have a child, you also inserted yourself in that as well, in terms of saying that you were going to create and or make their baby shower this huge event. Okay, which with him telling Dr. G told Quad, you got a big effing mouth. So now it's being asked to Dr. G, do you think that that's something that you should have said to Quad? She do have a big fucking mouth. When she said what she said about that baby shower, you shouldn't have even spoke on that at all, because one, that's a very sensitive subject to Sweet Tea, and you knew that you were taking a dig. And at Dr. G, you know they're trying. You know she's having some medical issues that's preventing her from getting pregnant. So that's between them. That have nothing to do with you. And I said it before, but Quad to even mention it to subliminally or directly, it was out of line. You already know what you were trying to do. You weren't saying that in a means to be supportive of them having a baby, because you are not supportive of anything dealing with them. So if he flew off and told you, yeah, shut your ass up or something to that effect, you deserve it, because you had no business. So they're saying now that Greg is not being 100% honest about his feelings about Quad being on the show and bringing her new man on it, and maybe somewhere deep down he may have felt a little uneasy about them being on the show, and maybe it would have heightened the aggression in tone whenever he addressed Quad in terms of telling her shut your ass up, or however he said it to her. Okay, mind your fucking business. I think that's what he said to her. I think he leaned a little bit more in on mind your fucking, something like that, because of the aggression and the irritation of him seeing Quad sitting over there with a new man, maybe, and him maybe feeling a little way that's happening. And I feel like, maybe, just maybe, Quad maybe felt a little way about looking over and seeing Dr. G over there with Sweet Tea. Do I feel like they are completely over each other? Do I feel like there's some still some feelings there that maybe unaddressed, even though that they're divorced or whatever and they moved on? The two of them, you shouldn't get a rise out of seeing Dr. G. It shouldn't bother you anymore if you've moved on and you're happy in your relationship now. Quad, vice versa, Dr. G, nothing that Quad says or does should be able to trigger you in a way to where she can get a reaction out of you, especially when you sit in there with your wife. You should be, not allowing her to do that, which says to me that maybe there's some unresolved feelings there that the two of you maybe need to get over. Okay. I'm just saying.
Greg, you thought it was
okay. So what do you guys think about that? All right. So they finally talk about this whole police report situation where King says that he called down there and told, yeah, he's pretty much wasting my time. I don't believe that. Okay. I don't believe the police said that. If a person called down and they felt the need to file a police report, King, you were aggressive. You ran up on him on the beach like you wanted to fight him. People were trying to hold you back. I don't know if you saw the video, sir, but that is why you were suspended from the show for the time that you were, because you showed some aggression. You ran up on Dr. G, with all due respect, because of something he said to Quad. Yeah, I get it, you her boyfriend, but that was not your fight. Quad was out of line in terms of what she said, and Dr. G told you, hey, I can say whatever I need to say to her. I don't need to go through you to say what I need to say. But he ran up on Dr. G as a means to try to be threatening, in a threatening manner, to try to fight him and put hands on him, pushing past other grown-ass men who were trying to hold him back. So you did it with the idea of trying to harm him. And if he felt the need to file a police report, to have something on file to say, hey, this person has been aggressive towards me and I think that they may try to do something to me, then he did what he felt he needed to do. Okay? Period. Some people say maybe he shouldn't have filed a police report. It is what it is. You can't tell a person what they feel that they need to do in terms of their safety. I'm just going to say it in that way. You guys can put in the chat what you guys feel. Of course, we may agree to disagree on certain stances where it pertains to that. But at the end of the day, Dr. G, I feel like he needs to watch how he talks to women. Okay, because he does show that same aggression towards Sweet Tea, and I don't like that shit. When I saw the actual scene where they were sitting at the table and he got up from the table and she was telling him to be quiet. When they went upstairs, production was still rolling. You can hear through the door of him being very disrespectful towards Sweet Tea and even telling her shut the F up. I don't agree that you should talk to your wife or any woman in that way. I think that he definitely need, and he's a psychologist, so I feel like you need to figure out why you feel the need to speak to women in that way. But then when a man approaches you in a particular type of tone, the same tone that you use against women, you don't have that same energy. That is something that I could definitely see when it comes to Dr. G. So it's a catch-22. Watch your mouth as well, Dr. G. I got to check both of y'all. King, you were wrong on every standpoint in terms of your tone. You approached him. So you initiated an altercation when you should have stayed your ass up out of it. Period. You initiated it because you approached him on the beach. You walked up to him. He was laying back on the beach on his beach chair. You walked up to him. Hey, can I talk to you? And the conversation escalated because of your tone. You got to understand he's a man as well as you. So when you approach him in a certain way, in an aggressive tone, he's going to have aggressive tone like, who the fuck you talking to? And it's going to escalate from there, maybe from hands to whatever. But you have to understand that when two grown ass men have aggression over the same woman, the shit gonna escalate. And if you run up on him in an aggressive tone and he decides to file something on you, then it just is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm just saying. Kawhi need to watch her damn mouth. Okay, Kawhi need to watch her damn mouth respectfully. Understand, he even, and Kawhi like to keep throwing out there, I filed for divorce. Great, act like it. Okay, act like you filed for divorce and move on. Every time you see Dr. G and Sweet Tea, it does not warrant you to say some slick shit to them about whatever it is that they're doing. Respect the fact that he chose her and she chose him. They're married now. If they're deciding to have a child, they don't got shit to do with you. If you're focused on having a baby, which I hear Quad is pregnant, great for you. Great for you. You don't got to throw your IVF journey up in their face. They don't care. Just like you shouldn't care about them having a baby. It's respecting boundaries. It's respecting each other's boundaries as adults. That's what it is for me. Let's look at some comments right quick. Because baby, they are doing a lot. Child, they got me here hollering. I ain't want to be doing all that. All right, so Schoolboy is saying, I'm tired of all parties involved. Me too. I just said it. All right, Rose Armstead says that if I was Sweet Tea, I would feel like Dr. G still have feelings for Quad. It kind of low-key feel like he is not completely over her, even though they're divorced. Okay, I feel like there's still some bitterness there that they need to figure out, because you shouldn't still have that much aggression. Okay, you should not still have that much aggression towards someone who you decided to divorce and move on from. You are in a whole new relationship and a marriage now. So Quad shouldn't be able to get that much of a rise out of you when you got a whole wife over here who you say you love, and that's where you want to be. Okay, no ex say shit to me to make me feel a type of way. If I see him with another woman, it is what it is. I got mine over here, and that's where my focus is. And ain't nothing you can say or do to make me feel any type of way about what you got going on over there. That's just how I feel. I'm over it. And the way that you show that you're over this, don't always allow that person to touch on that nerve with you. You shouldn't be getting that mad where you hollering at Quad, got to cuss her out. And, you know, it's giving too much. It's giving too much. Quad, respectfully, don't say shit to him. You know, and it's weird that y'all can't be in each other's presence. But if you're going to be, at least respect each other and not feel like you got to throw digs at one another respectfully as adults. All right, let's read some more comments. Denise Slay says Andy don't like Kenya. Said that he was waiting for a chance and she gave it to him. Possibly. Okay. Possibly. Andy's messy as hell too. Joanna Williams says that I don't see Sweet Tea staying with Dr. G. I would hate to see people get a divorce. That would be his second divorce if it happens. But if he doesn't change his actions, she may leave, because I think her frustration is starting to boil over with the way he speaks to her as well. We saw him do the same thing with Quad when Quad was with him on Married to Medicine. So he definitely needs to learn how to speak to women. I don't know what his upbringing was and how he was raised, but there's a certain way that you speak to a woman, and that's just not how it is. Men are supposed to be protectors and providers. And how are you protecting me if you're going to speak to me in a tone that's aggressively? All right, let's continue. Schoolboy again says King is running off what Quad said and not using his brain and his pen. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. You better tell him, okay? You better tell him. Lies More Lies says I get both parties. Okay. Joanna Williams again said Dr. G talked all that BS and got scared when King approached him. Says he is very aggressive, and Sweet Tea is seeing and feeling the effects. Absolutely. He is aggressive. He really is. All right. Pepper's Love says that Quad sure was picking on Sweet Tea, and Dr. G says that Quad feels like they are on that they are on her show. Okay, but you got to keep in mind, Dr. G was also on the show with Quad. So the same can be said. Okay, let me drink some water, child. I'm talking. My throat's getting dry. So yeah, y'all continue to put in there. We're gonna just go through some comments right quick. Ooh, let me wet my whistle, child. Okay. Let's see. Lies More Lies says, my stance is if Quad and King can stay, why can't Greg and Sweet Tea stay? I think that the bottom line is I don't think the Quad is married to medicine anymore. I don't think the Quad is really, I don't think she really has anything to offer except her piggybacking off Sweet Tea and Dr. G. And it's clear that the two of them don't get along. It's clear that maybe they don't want them to be their storyline anymore. I feel like when Quad did come back, like, why are you showing up to Sweet Tea's bridal shower? She don't fool with you. Why are you coming there trying to be on the kumbaya to get camera time, pretending to be this girl's friend when you have all the vitriol and heat for this girl? It's weird. Why are you trying to be on a couple's trip knowing that Sweet Tea and Dr. G are going to be there, knowing that you still have a sore spot seeing Dr. G with Sweet Tea? It's weird. I don't want to be nowhere any of my exes are, and not because I still have a sore spot. It's just that the shit is super weird. I just don't want to be there. I'm just saying. And trust me, I could be around anybody at any point in time. But if I was on a show, I don't want to be on the show with my ex and his new wife in the same room on some bullshit. Like, for real. Like, I just wouldn't want to do that shit. But Schoolboy says the King should have checked Quad, says, and removed Quad because she was drunk. Absolutely. Said the Dr. G's anger management. Dr. G needs anger management or something. Said that he has some issues with women and his tone. He do. We just said it. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay. Kim Jones says that it's sad that Dr. G's so-called guy friends didn't have his back, and they don't. As you guys can see, everybody seems to be leaning towards Quad's man, and maybe they are choosing behind the scenes who they want on this day. I'm sure it could be that too, the gang up. It's like they're teaming up, and it's like they've chosen who they want around. So are they choosing Quad and King over Dr. G and Sweet Tea? Another thing that I want to see from Sweet Tea, and I like her, but I really wish that she would get some balls and learn how to read down, because you need that on this show. I said it before. You can't come on this show being soft and, oh, okay, all right, whatever you think. No. If you getting read down, baby, whatever they say to you, you got to come back times 10 and what they call clap back, girl. You got to clap back. Your clap back's got to be a little bit more clappish. Okay. And I know that's not a word, but you got to be able to learn how to clap back and how to hang with these girls. Cause baby, they are cutthroat, baby. They are. I'm just saying, somebody said, I like Quad and King. Okay. And we're not saying that you guys can't. I respect everyone's opinion on this show. And I told you guys, put in there how you feel. We're not going to call you out. We're not going to down anyone. We're not going to try to read anyone down because you feel a way different than what somebody else have to say. Definitely put in there your feelings and how you feel. Your comments are going to still be read and respected. Okay. Lies and More Lies says Pepper Love Bingo said, and it worked, and it shows his anger side to his current wife, period. Dr. G definitely needs to change his tone and his attitude, because he's going to run Sweet Tea off as well. And the problem is you, sir. I'm sorry. The problem is you. Joanne Williams says that Dr. G says that no to them people was not going to let him press no charges. Okay. All right. Pepper's Love says that Quad knows that Dr. G well, and she knows what triggers him. Absolutely. I agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. She knows him. She knows what triggers him. So when she says little things, she knows it's going to get a rise out of him. He's going to act out, which then only fuels her pettiness towards him. All right. Sandra Johnson says that Dr. G, an emotional psychiatrist. Hey, when the psychiatrist need a psychiatrist, I mean, damn. Okay. When the psychiatrist need a psychiatrist, there you go. Kim Jones says that they shouldn't have all been on vacation with each other, exes, and I agree. Pepper's Love says Quad definitely felt that way. All right, let's continue. Let's go back down to the bottom and get some more current comments here, because you guys are really talking about this subject here. All right. Tripping Hard says that for prescription medications from Dr. G, says that she won't be getting any more from her. Ooh, child. All right. So Schoolboy says that Sweet Tea does need some reads, because what she was saying was false. Oh my God, flat as a damn pancake. I said, baby, do I need to get in here and help you with some reads? Because you got to be quick with it. All right. When they throw it at you, you got to be, and bitch. That's how you got to be. You got to be able to snap back like quick on their ass. She's not quick on her feet with reads. And it's really making her look kind of weak on the show a little bit. And I was just like, girl, you were doing good in the beginning. It's just like, I don't know. You've been around these girls long enough to know how they move and how they clap back. And you got to be able to come back and throw it back, baby. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, you just got to be able to learn how to read over here, sis. Joanna Williams says that that was their way to beef up the show by having Quad to attend. Says that anything for the ratings, everybody playing the game. I can see that as well. Tripping Hard says the Quad been using Dr. G for I think he was saying the medications for prescriptions. Yep, for prescription medications from Dr. G. Yeah, she has been. But I feel like there needs to be some boundaries. There has to be boundaries between Dr. G and Quad and her situation with King, as well as Sweet Tea. There has to be boundaries and respect between the two. And if you have those two, I think that they can pretty much be around each other without all the vitriol and anger and pettiness. Okay, I mean, damn, you got to have a little pettiness to make the show push and get the ratings that they need. But respectfully, there needs to be respect and boundaries between the two. And if they have that, I think that they both can coexist in the same area and it not be a problem. But the way it's looking right now, one of the couples got to go. One of the couples got to go. And if Sweet Tea and Dr. G can't step up to the plate and give Bravo what they're looking for in terms of ratings and a great show, then maybe they got to step off, and then King and Quad can come on. They're not my favorite couple, but if they can come on and give the show what it needs, then oh well. All right. Oh well, jingle bell, child. Lies More Lies says 100 says, but Heavenly and Toya is pushing for Quad and King to stay and trying to vote Greg and Sweet Tea out. Yeah, I think that if you guys can see, the majority on this show were pretty much leaning towards King. And you saw where King was sitting over there, right in there with everybody else, and everything that he was saying, they agreed. When they were trying to check Dr. G, everybody was, in favor of what King was saying. And, it's crazy. Toya's husband as well was going up for what King had to say. Dr. Jackie's husband, who we never see saying anything, he was speaking up as well, trying to say, hey, what King was saying was right. Shut your ass. I just don't like Curtis. I don't like Curtis with his sneaky ass. Okay. I don't like Curtis. Nikki B says that she definitely needs help with reading. Said that reading the ladies because calling them old when she looks their age and older is played out. Ooh, that's a read right there, sis. Okay. Not she older too, child. Oh my God. So let's see. Pepper's Love says that not quick with the big word. Okay, girl. Listen. Okay, you better get them clapbacks in order, sis, or your ass can be off the show. But that is it and that is all. Okay, I mean, okay, that is it and that is all, guys, for this particular episode of the Caramel Rail Show. Not episode, but yeah. So y'all keep putting in there what y'all feel, how y'all feel about the topics that we discussed. Okay, we talked about Dylon speaking out about his arrest for the angulation, choking people out. Child, he's out of jail now. He will be facing some court time, so court appearances. Okay, behind that, we talked about these damn Chinese restaurants out here where one of the people at the Chinese restaurants, child, Lu Wan over there, cutting up meat back there on the ground and in there, flipping it up with the flip of the wrist with the wok up in there, child, serving meat cut up off the ground. We talked about Kenya Moore and her fan base speaking up, saying that they don't feel that Kenya should be suspended from the show, or maybe that the suspension should be lifted for her to come back to the show because she's an OG. And we also looked at and talked about the back and forth between King, which is Quad's boyfriend, and Dr. G, and their issue at the reunion in terms of the falling out between the two of them. So you guys can continue to speak on what you guys think on the topics that we spoke on, and I appreciate you guys for being so candid in terms of what you guys feel. Let me see what Schoolboy had to say right here. Shout out to Schoolboy again. Said Curtis and his mole gets on my nerve. Not the mole girl. Said that Jackie giving O shots and won't let Curtis pow up the club. Child. That's funny. I cannot, girl. I cannot. But anyway, Curtis like them thick girls. Y'all see how Jackie is? Jackie is straight up and down like a little boy. Curtis like them thick women. All right. If you saw the girl that Curtis was cheating with, Jackie don't seem like to be his type, but Jackie got that coin. So he ain't about to go nowhere. Jackie got that lifestyle because Curtis is just a high school basketball coach. Okay. Nothing against nobody that's a high school basketball coach. Okay, or even work at a fucking high school. My point is, Jackie is a whole doctor out here. She's an OBGYN. She's a doctor. So she's making a nice little coin. Jackie's money is what's driving their lifestyle. Trust me. Okay. So Curtis, he ain't nothing but just a basketball coach. So he know what side his bread is buttered on, like the old people say. He ain't about to fuck that up. So he, Jackie gonna go out there and let him cheat and come on back home and cheat respectfully. But at the end of the day, he didn't want to give her what he didn't want to give no kids, and y'all saw that on the show. So I feel like who's getting more out of this deal? I feel like Curtis is, okay. And the fact that Jackie took him back is very noble of her. If that's what she wants, child. If you like it, I love it. You want to be laying beside a cheater every night, girl? Go ahead. Who am I to stop you? But at the end of the day, child, I can't with Curtis. He just don't seem trustworthy, and I feel like he's with Jackie because of her money. Do I feel like he might love her just a little bit? Yeah. Do I feel like he's attracted to her? Probably not, because like I said, when I look at the woman that he was cheating with, that tells me the type of woman that she likes her. Okay, well, let's get on out of here. You guys can put in there what you guys feel. What y'all saying? It said that there goes Chinese food, bans them state nationwide. Now I ain't saying all Chinese restaurants are that way, because there's some Chinese restaurants that are clean and they do what they're supposed to do and follow all the FDA and all the HIPAA, not HIPAA, child, but all the rules and regulations as it pertains to restaurant etiquette and all that. So if y'all want to go out there and get y'all some shrimp fried rice, don't let me stop you. But at the end of the day, do your damn homework on the places that you're going to, so you won't be like, out there eating meat that's being cut up back there on the back of the sidewalk. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You don't want no sidewalk stir-fried rice. Is all I'm saying. Sheila Rum says that I've been listening and laughing my ass off. Says I love the dialogue in this chat. By Curtis. Right? Okay, y'all out here on Curtis and that damn mole. I cannot with him, child. Him and Chrissy from Love and Hip Hop New York got to be related with them damn moles. But let's get on out of here. Love you guys down. Thank you so much, True TV Podcast, Rose Armstead. Those are my backup mods. Thank you so much, Belle Wilson, Tyra, KBR, and Scorpion. Miss my mods out here, child. Thank y'all for doing your good jobs out here of keeping the y'all are cutting up in the chat so bad. I ain't even gonna look at the damn comments. Thank y'all for doing your good job out here of keeping the trolling down. All right. Love you guys down. Thank you, Schoolboy, for stopping through here as well. All right. Love y'all down. Let's get on out of here, honey. If there's nothing else, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend to come on over to the Cameron Rail Show and subscribe to the channel. All right. If nothing else, baby, let's.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Sunny days,
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, for the highway, and in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway.